Okay, good morning everyone. This is Rudra again. Today we are talking about something which I would say is kind of unheard. You won't find these patterns anywhere else. Like you can find in some courses or from where I have learned, but these patterns are really hidden and they're very much subtle, I would say, in nature. Because every good copy or every good sales page has these five patterns. Actually, there are like 10 or 14 patterns, but these are the key five patterns that you really need to make sure that your sales page have in 2026 at least. Why? Because these patterns are not something like created up or made up. No, they are based upon human psychology and human behavior. How we have evolved as humans is really key for making sure that your sales page is going to convert higher. And you will say that's a very weird relationship, but that's the point, because human psychology has evolved a lot, but some key fundamentals like urgency, scarcity, FOMO, and these type of things are still there in the human brain. You can feel it, I can feel it, and that's where these five patterns come in. And today we are talking about the five patterns. Okay, so what are the five patterns you really need in 2026 for your sales page or e-com to have a 10x value or average order value? Okay, so here is the first pattern, the emotional questionnaire. If you don't know this pattern, this is basically talking about you are ending a story lead with lots of emotionally charged questions, and those questions are pointing towards your product or offer as the solution. The second pattern is future pacing on steroids. I know that sounds weird, but we are future pacing two scenarios. The first scenario is that this is what you all get if you don't take our offer, and this is all you get if you take our offer, right? So we are giving them the negative and the positive sides of the offer. So this is what we call future pacing. What all you can achieve with our product, and what all are you gonna miss, or what all are you gonna have as a negative side effect if you don't get our product, right? So these are like two future pacing scenarios. And then we have third, throwing rocks. This is the scenario, us versus them, where means the sales page or the sales copy has this narrative that there is something, a evil character, or there's a common enemy, and we are throwing rocks at the enemy, and we are telling you, okay, we get what you want and we know what your solution is actually. Okay, and then we have pattern 4, similar to pattern 3, not your fault based. This is the copy or section of the particular sales page copy where you are talking about, look, as a consumer, I totally get you. I was at your particular place. In this particular story, I was at your place, and it's not your fault as a consumer. It's the fault of big corporations or the franchisee or any particular big idea surrounding your story lead. And that is where we have not your fault, which basically simply means, in simple words, is that it's not your fault as a consumer. We are empathizing with you as a product seller, and you as a consumer knows that it's not your fault. So come join us and we will solve your problem in this particular way. And then we have pattern 5, lowering the cognitive load. This simply means that we are giving them two solutions or two basic options of particular path. You can go with path A and path B. If you go with path A, like the blue pill, then you might not achieve what you want. You might get to a particular solution or end destination, but you won't achieve what you will wanted or you wanted in the first place. But with the red pill or the B plan or B path, that is our offer, that's our solution, you will definitely attain what you want with a certain specified guarantee. And that's where we have these two options. Basically, you can't achieve anything with this A option or the blue pill, and you can achieve everything with this red pill, right? So you're getting the point. I'm contrasting with the red pill or blue pill, or path A and path B. Path B is our solution we are offering as a consumer, and path A is they going to do something of their own and might not achieve what they wanted. So this is how we future pace, and that's it. These are the 5 patterns which your e-commerce store really needs in 2026 for having a good order value. Now this was for the LinkedIn part. Now I'm coming to the YouTube part. Now I will get into more detail and more relaxed. Okay, so because I was creating this short type of thing on LinkedIn, so yeah. Now, coming to the first pattern, we'll get into more depth about it, the emotional questionnaire, which is basically ending your story lead. If you don't know what story lead is, I'll discuss in another video. It simply ends with lots and lots of emotionally charged questions. For example, I have this for a fat burner supplement. This was we were doing for a prospect. So this might be out of context for you, but I get the point. How do you think was the main who do you think was the main culprit in my story? Why do you think it all happens to us? Are we the victims, or is there someone who's aware of this and wants us to suffer? And why is costing your health and happiness? The answer is not you have thought of or thought about, right? So this is ending with lots and lots of emotions. We are trying to evoke a sympathy based emotion with the particular customer. We are trying to resonate and harmonize in a way that, yeah, we might not, how you can put, we might not sitting in front of each other person to person, but even with the words, I can tell you that I get your point. I get you. These questions, you have the same question and I have the same questions, and these questions are what haunt us. It's not your fault. Okay, and then we have future pacing on steroids. This is basically, we are talking about the negative and the negative and the positive scenario, right? Every marketer pitches about the good future scenario in their sales page, but what they all miss is that they are not giving them the extra little negative part of the future piece, that yeah, in 10 months you might lose this particular weight, but this particular supplement you're gonna lose extra 5 pounds. So this is the variance or the difference which we are giving them, that this negative future pacing is that you might not achieve and might not get what figure you wanted, but with this particular solution, of which our product is, you're going to get whatever you wanted. Okay, then we have throwing rocks. This is the simpler one. We are giving them this particular common enemy. Like, for example, if I am having this sugar-free dark chocolate, then for me the common enemy and this particular brand is the sugar-based chocolate, which is not good for your health, right? So that is the common enemy. We both share the brand, this particular brand, you can see, and me. We both have a common enemy, that is sugar-based chocolates. Okay, we have to present in a sales page. Okay, and then we have a pattern 4 similar to pattern 3. It's where we are actually going with the empathy point of view. We're not trying to sell anything. We're just telling, okay man, look, we get your point. We get that you have the same thing, and it's not even fault that you have cravings and you're not able to control your cravings. That's not your fault. That's the fault of some evil company or franchise or corporate. And then we have pattern 5, lowering the cognitive load. Again, this is simple. We are giving them 2 paths. Either you can go with this particular path, achieve nothing, and you go with this particular path, you achieve everything in a shorter period of time. And that's it. These are the 5 patterns. Actually, there are a lot of patterns, but keep in mind, these are the key crucial factors your sales page need for any type of e-commerce or supplement. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Ta-da.